This is the ACEBEAM K1, and I'm going to tell you all about it right now. Upon unboxing, you'll find the manual, a C-type charging cable, a lanyard, extra O-rings, and the K1 itself, along with a 1000 mAh 14500 C-type rechargeable battery. The K1 is made of aluminum alloy, is IP68 water resistant up to 2 meters, has an impact rating of 1.5 meters, and weighs just under 80 grams or just under 3 ounces with the battery on board. I'll leave the tech specs from the manual on the screen now, just in case I leave out any details, so pause the video here to see those details. During my runtime test using the included 14500 rechargeable battery, starting in the 1000 lumen turbo mode, the K1 reached a max thermal output of 121 degrees Fahrenheit or 49 degrees Celsius after 31 minutes of use. It ran at the 1000 lumen output for about 1 minute, and then it slowly ramped down to lower and lower lumen outputs as stated in the manual, and the usable light output lasted for a total runtime of 3 hours and 9 minutes from turbo. Moving along to the secondary runtime test using the alkaline throwaway battery, starting in the highest output, the K1 reached a max thermal output of 95 degrees Fahrenheit or 35 degrees Celsius after about 7 minutes of use. It ran on the high for a little while slowly ramping down to lower and lower lumen outputs that were not defined in the manual. The usable light output lasted a total runtime of 19 hours, which was pretty impressive. Moving along to the recharge time test, the K1 took 2 hours and 19 minutes to fully recharge using my standard 65 watt PD charger. Now let's take a brief tour of the modes and general operation of the ACEBEAM K1. Alright guys, this is the ACEBEAM K1. This is what it looks like. It has a deep pocket carry clip. It has a tail switch. It has a bezel up here to change your modes. It has 3 outputs here. You have your regular white light, you have your laser, and you have your UV. I'm going to show you how to use it right now, but let's jump into one of the most important things about this light, and this is very important to me, is it does come with a rechargeable C-type 14500 1000 mAh battery that you can go ahead and swap out for a regular AA battery. Now this AA battery doesn't give it as much of an output. I'm going to show you right now. I'm going to throw this into the high white light output here. And that's what that looks like. See, that's what the high white output looks like. That lasts a pretty long time. We're going to throw this into the 1000 lumen. Now, it doesn't tell you in the manual what the outputs are going to be for the AA. I'm assuming they're going to be roughly close to what you're going to get with the 14500, but remember 14500, this is what the turbo looks like on the 14500. In comparison to the other, which was a little bit brighter than this right here, which is around 200 lumens. So I would say between 400 and 500 lumens on the AA versus the 14500, which gives you 1000 max lumens. So that's something to think about. When it came to the UV, it had a mono output for the UV with the AA battery, but it had a dual output for the UV. So as you can see, this is the low and this is the high. This is the low and this is the high with the 14500. You also have the laser, and the laser is 20 hours on the 14500. It's probably maybe half of that on the AA, but still, like, even if you got 10 hours out of that, that's going to be pretty good. 1 minute run time on that turbo, and then of course the lower outputs like the 9 is 6 hours, I believe, and then for the medium 200 is going to be 2 hours and 40 minutes on that 14500 battery. So it gives you these versatile options here, and I think that that's most important to take away from this, because of the fact that if you compare it to something like the new Arc Pro from Olight, you don't have a removable battery on this one. You do have the magnetic charging, but you just have to pop this out. It takes 2 seconds, and you can go ahead and throw that on a C-typed charger that you readily have available, because most people have cell phones that have C-type chargers these days. And if you don't have one, that's just kind of weird. But and this has obviously the C-type and the magnetic charging option as well, which is good. But here's the thing, guys. All right, they're both comparable. I mean, obviously, you know, the Arc Pro is overkill. It's got super output, you know, like I think, what is this, 1500 lumens or something like that, and then 1000 lumens for this one. So if you put them right next to each other like that, they're about roughly the same. I mean, they're very, very close, but you're talking a 14500 battery compared to this built-in battery that they have. If something happens with this, where the battery fails, you're gonna have to send it in for the warranty repairs. You're gonna have to have them give you a swap out, maybe a different model or a different style of the same model, and you might not get the exact same light back. Whereas with this one, it has a 5-year warranty on the light itself, a 1-year warranty on the battery. If the battery goes, I mean, they're cheap. They're like dirt cheap. I think they're like 10 bucks or whatever for the battery, maybe 15, tops 20. But with this one, you're gonna have to send it in. It's gonna be hassle. You're gonna be delayed. You're not gonna have your light for a little while. That's a pain in the butt. Who wants to deal with that? I mean, I'm not saying anything bad about Olight. Olight has great deals with stuff, and their customer service is excellent. Whereas ACEBEAM, they give you a removable battery to avoid all that nonsense, to avoid all that drama. And that's something I was talking to Olight about for a while. I said, hey guys, if you're gonna make any more Arc Pros, Arc Felds, Arc anything, make it with a removable battery. Even if you have to customize it and just have it so you can eject it from the bottom. If something happens with this light where it malfunctions and the battery's gonna explode or something like that, you're gonna lose your entire light. Versus, well, if something starts smoking or doing something weird with this, I can just take the battery and go pop, goodbye. And then you always have your AA as a backup. So say that this light of this battery fails over time, you can always just temporarily, while you order another one online to have it shipped to you, you can still use it with a AA battery. So that's something to really think about. That's some versatility there that I love about this ACEBEAM K1 flashlight. And I think you guys are gonna like it too. So I wanna show you guys really quick, the UV, single press, goes into that high mode, press it again, it goes into the low. You have your laser here as well. And then you have your white light. How that's gonna work is low, medium, high, or AKA turbo. And then if you wanted to use the strobe, how that's working is you just go over to the laser and flick it right back to the white light, and that's gonna do it for you. So right over the laser, back over to the white light. That's how that works. Very easy operation, guys. You guys are gonna like this. I really love this. So let's take it outside and see what it looks like in the dark. We're outside with the ACEBEAM K1. This is what it looks like. I'm gonna turn my headlamp off. We're gonna throw this into the low 9 lumen mode. We're 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us. And this is what it looks like from 20 feet away. And I'll walk around a little bit with it. 9 lumens, pretty decent, pretty bright for 9 lumens. It's a nice amount of output for such a small, very small flashlight. I mean, like, look at this thing. It is pretty small. If you're looking at that, that's small. All right, guys, let's step it up again. We're gonna bring it over to the 200 lumen. This is what 200 lumens looks like. Pretty bright, very bright. I mean, this is very bright because look at it. It's lighting up the entire porch here. And this is what it looks like. Nice and bright. You can see everything. You can actually start to see out in the yard there a little bit. And yeah, definitely can see over to that bush about 50 feet away. And we're gonna bring it back. We're gonna come all the way back. We're 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us right now. And now we're gonna jump it up again. And this is the 1000 lumen high mode. This lights up the entire porch with absolutely no problem. And we're gonna go out here and you can see 100 feet in that tree line right there with absolutely no problem. Look at how bright this is, guys. This is awesome. I am thoroughly impressed with this. Like, you can see everything out there with no problem. Extremely bright. I'm loving it. And of course, next up we have the laser. This is what the laser looks like on the ground in front of me here, about 5 feet away. And then right out there to the, I'll break this a little bit brighter for you, you can see. Right out there to the railing 20 feet away. I'm gonna step it up. I'm gonna go all the way over here. This is, I have my headlamp on so you guys don't get confused, but all the way up to that tree line, 100 feet away. You can see that laser pretty clear. That's nice. And then, of course, we do have the UV mode, which this is the low UV, and then this is the high UV, and that's what that looks like. I'm gonna take a step back away from the porch here. It only probably goes about 10 feet, but you know, 10 feet's 10 feet, guys. And now we're about 3 feet away from the railing here in front of me. And then, of course, we'll put it in the lower mode. This is the low, and this is the high. I'm gonna bring it all the way back over. Throw in that turbo again. 1, 2, 3, and that's the turbo. Very nice. You can really see out there. I can see all the way around, all over this porch here. You look all the way across the road there. This is the 100-meter test here. And that's what it looks like. Or 100 yards. Sorry about that. 100-yard test all the way out across the road there. It's nice and bright. You can really see. See all the way up the tree up there. About 150 feet. About 300 feet to across the road there. And we turn it off. It is pitch black, guys. It is pitch black. Bring it over to that laser pointer. Bring it over in. Barely see it. But it does warm up a little bit, but it is pretty bright. And that's what it looks like. 100-yard test. And as I said before, you can light up this whole porch, 1,000 lumens. That's what this looks like. 1,000 lumens, guys. If you have an intruder and you have this little tiny thing in your pocket next to your bed at night or something, you have to get up and look around. This is going to do the trick. It's definitely going to do the trick. I'm loving how bright this is, and you can run this with a AA battery as well. Now we have the AA battery in here. This is what it looks like on the low mode, 20 feet away from the railing. And I'm gonna step it up. This is gonna be the medium mode. And that's what that looks like, 20 feet away from the railing there in front of us. And now this is gonna be the next mode up, which is a higher, but I don't feel like it's 1,000 lumens. It's definitely not 1,000 lumens. But guys, look at 20 feet away from the railing, and now looking up into the woods there, you can see it's significantly duller. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, right? But here's about 20 feet away, 30 feet, 50 feet to that bush over there, and 100 feet out to that tree line there. So that's what that looks like. And when we light up the porch here in front of me, you'll see that it's a little bit duller, but it's still pretty darn bright. I mean, that is pretty bright still. That's a AA battery, guys. This is one AA battery with all that light coming out of there. One AA battery. So ACEBEAM, I am thoroughly impressed with what you can do with basically making an arc feld, because that's really what it comes down to, right? You got that green laser here. I'm going to shine it up the ceiling here in front of us. Green laser. And then you have UV, low, I think it's just in low, or like a medium-ish low. I can't tell. But that's pretty sweet, guys. I mean, look at that. Shining off the paper here. I don't feel like there's a difference in output, but yeah, you got your UV, you got your laser, and then you got your white light for around 50 bucks. Guys, for around 50 bucks for this AA. It comes with a 14500 battery that makes this 1,000 lumens. This is just the AA right now. And 100-yard test. Yeah, it could be brighter. It's not dumping out there too far, but it's going out far enough where it's bright enough if you need to see something in the yard in front of you right here. It's doing the trick. I can see in the bushes over here in front of me. You know? So, impressive.
yeah, I think it's pretty impressive. It's something to write home about. It's such a small form factor too, plus it fits right in your pocket. You get that little pocket clip right there. So, can't really, can't beat this. Can't beat this. It's nice. And it's small. It disappears in your hand too. All gone. You know? I love it. I'm impressed.
And now for my pros and cons. First, the cons. I'm not a fan of twisting a bezel to change the modes on my flashlight, but that's just my preference. It might not bother some people, but it kind of bugs me a little bit. I always feel like I'm going to twist it and change the mode accidentally because I handle flashlights like a beast. The other part was that I didn't like the fact that you couldn't use the laser and the white light LED at the same time, so that was kind of a con for me. Now for my pros. It literally does almost everything that most more expensive flashlights with the 3 function options can do. But the best part is it does it with a single rechargeable battery or a single AA battery, which I found super impressive, and it was still pretty bright even though I was using a rechargeable 14500, which puts out a lot more power than a single AA. And it was relatively almost the same output, which I thought was amazing. The run times and the outputs were also impressive. So if you're looking for a reliable, versatile, multifunctional flashlight that can fit your budget, then the ACEBEAM K1 is an excellent option. The ACEBEAM K1 retails for $54.90 on the ACEBEAM website, and it comes with a 5-year free from defects warranty for the light itself and a 1-year warranty for the battery. I hope this video has been helpful. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and give this video a thumbs up if you found it useful. Thank you guys for watching. This has been Prepared Guy, and until next time, guys, stay prepared.
Thank you for watching. You can pat this cat